Hey guys, welcome, or should I say, welcome back to another Honest Conversations where I share my opinions on anything happening in Grenada, social media, or what's just on my mind. And I am wrapping up the software series for this month. My goal was to, share some of the tips and tricks of how you can elevate your life to live your best soft life in 2026 and beyond. And, it takes a lot of intentionality to take care of yourself, um, you know just to be the best version of yourself. I gave some feminine hygiene tips. I gave some tips that you can, very affordable cheap things that you can do to look put together. And so this last video that I'm talking about here is uber important because it talks about how can you have a soft girl life and have a broke girl life. That is not possible. And so that is what we are talking about today. You have your soft girl life, but you can't be broke. And I have some tips here that I'm going to share with y'all that can help you with your money. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So we into tip number one. Very important. If you have read any of the financial books, tip number one, pay yourself first. If you have read Rich Dad Poor Dad, if you have read The Richest Man in Babylon, any of the books, they're not one of their main tips is pay yourself first. So of course, that is before you pay a bill, before you save for fun, before you do something fun. Even if it's $20, put it aside, save it. Right? Number two, it's very important again. Track your money. Know where your money is going. Know where is your areas that you spend money badly. In my case, I spend money on eating out a lot, in my opinion. So, like, I feel like a good amount for me to spend in a month for eating out would be 150. Something I spend like $300. I'm like, $300 on buying food outside, or buying a little snack there, or buying a little something there. It adds up. And that's my problem area. I'm aware of it because I track what I spend every day. And how do I do that? One of the things, let me show y'all. I have my budget planner right here. This is my budget planner. I've been budgeting for years because as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, I definitely need to know where my money go, and I definitely need to give my money purpose to keep my business alive. And so every month I sit down and I budget for the month, and every day or every other day, I take time and I put where I spend my money because I need to know where my money is going. So get you a notebook and budget every month and go ahead and see where your money is going. Number four, avoid lifestyle inflation. So just because your salary increase, that doesn't mean that your lifestyle have to increase. If you get a $500 increase, $1,000 increase, you do not need to go and upgrade your car from an old vehicle to a newer one because it's just not necessary. You invest that money wisely, especially in today's economy. Invest that money wisely. Number five, and this one is a very important one, separate your money into different accounts or envelopes: bills, spending, saving, whatever it is. One of the ways I do that is that I use a budget binder. I've had this one for a couple of years. I absolutely love it. And I save for different things. So, like, because again, I am an entrepreneur and I collect my cash, so forth, I have to put away money for my utilities, my groceries, my gas, or any car expenses. These are some of my sinking funds: dining out or eating out or going out. My vacation, that one is so important to me because I love to go to vacation. My personal beauty and health expenses, and anything miscellaneous and debt, I put it inside of this little binder right here. A very important one: build your emergency fund. This is your peace fund so that you do not panic, you do not have to beg, you have options. Your emergency fund standardly has to be about 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. That's what they advise if you look at any financial gurus, any financial teaching, or so forth. They teach 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in your emergency fund. And it's so peaceful sometimes, something comes about, and knowing that you have a few $1,000 or a few $100 stash away, that you can go ahead and just pull it out instead of you don't have to go and beg a friend or a family for that. It's there saved for you to spend. That one of the next tip is, of course, set clear money goals so that you tell your money what to do and where to go. Are you saving for vacation? Are you saving for a down payment of a house? Whatever it is. And it's good to have like little binders and thing envelopes, so that you can go ahead and save your money. But set clear money goals of where your money is going, because you don't want chaos. You want structure in your life. So of course, and like everyone feel like, budgeting is so restrictive. It is not. It is, of course, freedom with intention. And of course, one of the things we are intentional being in our soft growth era, and we have to be intentional about our money. So, of course, guys, as we wrap up this series, it is always peace and love, and see y'all in the next video.